It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. Happy holiday season to everybody. It's December, and we're going to enjoy December with some City Skylines 2 in my brand new city. Okay, so, today is a very special stream because we are building the airport. That's always a big stream. We're going to do it today. Let me hop into the game here. And yeah, our city has been growing like crazy. If you watched the last couple of streams, our city has just exploded in population. We are now up to 25,000 people, which is huge. And doesn't this game look beautiful? Oh my goodness, it just looks so nice. And yeah, I think we're at the phase where we need an airport. We got a lot of people. They need an airport to get around. And so lots of decisions need to be made in today's stream. Oh, hello. V5 is already in chat. Hey, man. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Okay. So to start with, there are some issues going on in my city right now. You can see there is some pollution going on over here. We talked about that last time from all of these oil drills that have been drilling oil. But we need the oil. So these guys are just going to have to live with air pollution a little bit. I did add a couple more houses and stuff off stream. So last time we built this really gorgeous European district, and I filled in some trees and stuff, made it look really pretty. Look at how busy this is. It just looks so nice. Look at all the people walking back and forth. Oh my goodness, it's just such a cool little European street. We got some European style row houses in here. Okay, so this is interesting. So these are the American style row houses right here. And these are the European ones. So the difference between the two is the European ones actually have these sloped roofs. And I think it's because maybe there's more snow or something in Europe. Now there's no snow in this map, but I think it's just a different look. So if you're trying to decide between the two, the European row houses have the sloped roofs, and the American ones are just flat roofs, which I think is kind of cool. I also built this other cool little subdivision here. These are pretty large houses all in here. So I thought this was a really nice subdivision. I filled it all in with like trees and stuff. So yeah, we have these really fancy European-style subdivisions all throughout here. And a little subdivision back up in here, although they are having a little bit of pollution. This is ground pollution, which they're getting from this right here. This is the industrial waste processing site, which generates a little bit of pollution. So these guys are a little bit sick here, but again, we're just going to leave it because I don't want to deal with it. Oh, and I extended out this this little area here. So we had started building a suburb out here for this on top of the hill. Our little ore operation on top of the hill. I just extended out here because I wanted more suburbs. Suburbs are so fun to build in this game. So yeah, it's just building a little road up here. So we're going to expand this even more in today's stream. Alexander is in chat saying sup. How's it going? Saying, do we know the max population we can get for CS2? It's supposed to be unlimited. It is supposed to be only limited by your computer hardware. So I have seen people do videos with like really high population cities, like higher than you could ever get in City Skylines 1. So like people are already doing it. My computer I don't think is good enough to get like a super high population city. Yeah, I don't know how big I could get. I did a test city before I started doing this series, and that city, it got to a pretty big population. I don't remember what the exact number was, but it was like, I want to say it was like 150 or 200 or something. I have to go back and look. Actually, I think I can see on here. Isn't it in here? Yeah, this was my test city. Oh, 150,000. So that was my population I got to in my test city. So right now we're at 25,000. So pretty large. B5 says it seems to run slower and slower after 150,000 people. I know Biffa's computer had major problems with about 250,000 population. Yeah, so I think that's what happens is when you get to the higher populations, everything just slows down and it starts to become unplayable. because your computer just won't be able to handle it. Liam's in chat. Hey, Liam, how's it going? V5 says there's rumors of people getting 1.5 million. Really? How do they do that? They must have like a supercomputer or something. Let's check out sewage at the start. Right after the end of the last stream, I checked my stats and I noticed something weird was going on with sewage. So if you go into water and sewage, ooh, everything's really awful. Okay, so sewage processing is green. Sewage export, but export is 0 gallons per month. Why is that? 0 gallons per month. Well, we don't need to export anything. That's why. Water, but we're not getting enough water. So we're importing water, that means. What? How much? I guess we're just using more water. All right. If we look at our sewage setup, which is over here, all of our sewage pumps are like actually destroyed. I don't know what happened, but maybe a tornado came over here and destroyed these. But if we're actually not using any of these outlets. Oh, this is destroyed by weather. Yeah, it had to have been a tornado or something came and destroyed all these. But I'm thinking, you know, we built this massive sewage plant over here. And I think that this plant is covering all of our needs. Wastewater treatment facility. Is this? Wait, what is... Processes sewage and purifies it of pollutants. The treated water is then pumped back into the water network. What? So my sewage is being collected here. They're filtering it, and then they're giving it back to people to drink? That's disgusting. Does this happen in real life? That's disgusting. Oh, ooh, we can do an upgrade. Increases the sewage purification rate, resulting in more sewage being turned back into fresh water. Ooh, let's do that. Oh, that's this thing. That's what this is doing. Oh, so we already have that, actually. Okay, anyway, I don't think... But looking at this... I don't think we even need those sewage pipes. So maybe this is the time where we delete all those sewage pipes and think about where we're going to get this water from. Okay, so let's go down here. We'll delete these pipes. We don't want any of them. We'll just leave that like that. And this pollution will go away eventually. Okay, what is going on over here? These people are complaining about trash. Really? Oh, I wonder if there is any trash service in the area. Yeah, this is recycling right here. Oh, and there's a trash vehicle, garbage truck right here, probably going to pick this up. Okay, so they are fine. They are fine. Liam says, I'm not having problems with slowing down. V5 says, Liam was talking about 300,000-ish. Liam says, yeah, it's 305. V5 says, there was a tornado a while back. Yeah, it must have been that. Liam says, if it's clean, recycle and reuse. What is that building? Oh, you're talking about this building? It's just a cool special building. It's called the Grass Crown. It's one of the special buildings that is European style. So if you go to the European style in special buildings, it's this one at the end. A round terrace residential building that elicits feelings of triumph of both its residents as well as everyone around. Oof. Did I get potato trees again? My filters got really fuzzy all of a sudden. Now everything's back to normal. It got kind of fuzzy for a second there. I can't wait to start playing with mods. I posted the Biffa's video. Biffa just did a video on all the new mods that have just come out. They all look so good. Oh my goodness. I mean, I've decided I'm gonna wait before I start playing this game with mods. I'm still enjoying the vanilla experience, but I really want to wait until the main company has mods built in to the system. I want to wait for that, because then you'll just go to your menu screen and you'll select on your menu screen what mods you want to play with. I'm kind of like waiting for that before getting into the full modding thing. But I am already excited. There's so many cool mods. Specifically, and Biffa talked about this. There's some mods that people are starting to put together to change the look of City Skylines 2. And I think that's one of the most crucial mods, because something I liked about City Skylines 1 is that you could set the look of a city. Like you would set like the themes of the ground colors. You could set like does your city have kind of a goldish hue to it, or like a more bluish hue to it? And it's like a city in the tropics would have a different look than a city in the Pacific Northwest, for instance. Just in terms of color temperatures and that kind of thing. And I love being able to do those kind of like look tweaks. And so like every city I would do in City Skylines 1, I would sit and I would fiddle around with the settings so that every city had its own unique visual look. I loved that. And all the big YouTubers would do that. And I love that, because you could go watch every person's city and it would look so unique. Right now, everyone's City Skylines 2 city looks exactly the same. And it kind of bothers me, because I know there's so much variety that's possible out there if someone just puts the mods in place that allows people to tweak their look. That's the one thing I miss the most about City Skylines 1. But I know that mod is coming, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, that's always a much needed improvement. Liam agrees with me. He's going to wait for the Paradox mods. I want the 2,100 tiles mod. Liam says, I'm not getting any European buildings because I'm in the NA map. Oh, you can still use European buildings even on NA maps. You just have to switch the icons. You have to switch this little thing here. You should still be able to get it, even on the NA map. Liam says, are you doing the regional airport or the international one? The regional has a cargo train upgrade. We're going to do the regional one. I actually don't like the international one, and the international one has some bugs in it still, if I understand correctly. Like, I think like the buses don't work in it. I'm not sure. Water. We were talking about water. Okay, so water options. Advanced water pumping station. This extracts water from lakes, rivers, and other bodies of surface water. I think this is what we need. I don't think we have this anywhere. Ooh, it is large. Large and in charge. Maybe we'll put that like off the coast here or something. Yeah, I think this is a good place for it. I don't have anything else planned over here, really, and we can just connect it into this road here, so that's pretty cool. This is a cool-looking facility. Look at this. Water pumping station. So I guess the water gets pumped up here and then goes into the station here, and then it has, like, these water tanks. This is cool. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's get a little road in here. I'm going to use an alleyway. And then we will just connect it up to probably this intersection here. No, we'll just connect it into like here. There we go. Yeah, it's a little raised up here because this is already raising up to go up to the bridge. the Golden Gate. All right. So that should solve our water issues. Of course, the pipes are already in the roads, so the pipes should be connected. Let's look at our water and see how that helps. See if we can see that come online. Sewage went down. Boom, look at that. Water availability went sky high. So I guess this did go down when we destroyed that. There was one pump that wasn't destroyed yet, so that did decrease this. So we might have to put other sewage pumps somewhere else. We'll have to keep an eye on this. It still says we are importing water, but maybe this will change over time. Because we shouldn't be. If we're in the green here, this should not be importing anything. But maybe that'll change. All right. Well, that's a good start. We're expanding our city infrastructure. I like that. Liam says, I didn't know you could switch that button. Liam says, buses in an airport? Okay. I'm also thinking we need more forestry areas. So we put this forestry area in. You can see that we have the little vehicle driving around, cutting down trees. It's already cut down a bunch of these trees. All these trees have been cut down. This one is actually, it looks like some of these trees are regrowing. Oh no, oh no, these are all still 0. Is this all cut down? These are all 0. What? They're all 0. I haven't found a single tree. Oh my goodness. They're all 0. What is happening here? Efficiency 0%. Natural resources negative 100%. I've completely logged this entire area. What am I supposed to do now? I thought the trees would like regrow on their own. But I guess it just logs it all. And then it just sits here? Okay, this is a problem. Okay, well, I guess we have to delete this. And then wait for all of these to regrow? Because they all have 0 wood. Or do I have to replant these? Do you guys know how that works? Okay, so this one is logging. But wood is a really important material because I believe as your buildings level up, I believe they use wood. They use wood and concrete and stone, and I think that's a really cool mechanic. So they actually, when the buildings level up to the next level, they're actually using resources that you're extracting. So we need, I mean, forestry is important to keep your eye on. So we definitely need more forestry. So we have this one over here. I was thinking of actually, I mean, we could always put another one back in here too. Yeah, I mean, we have all of this gigantic forest. Why don't we do that? Why don't we put another one back in here? Can I move this? Let's move this right over here. We'll put power to it. And then we'll just put another farming building like back in the back here. Not farming, sorry, forestry. Wait a second. How come this isn't green? Oh, that's land fertility. Ooh. Wait, what? Wait. Why is this not green here? No way. So these trees have wood. So this has like 2,000 wood. This tree has 0 wood. So not all trees actually have wood you can chop down. Did you know this, Liam? I thought you could chop down any tree. But only some trees have wood. So only trees in this green area can I actually chop down. Why is that? Are these areas that got burned by fires or something? It's just very strange. I don't understand why. I don't understand how that happened. Because this used to have wood, but now there is no wood. This doesn't have wood, I guess, right? Yeah, there's no wood here. Maybe these are old forest fire areas. This has wood. Okay, so, well, that tells us we have to put it right here because this is the only place that has actual wood. This is so confusing. Well, why is this not snapping? Why is this not snapping to here? Oh, now it's snapping. Okay. All right, so I will try to keep it in this little area here. How far back can I go? Where's the edge of this? Where's the edge of the circular area? I guess it's right there. Doo, doo, doo. All right, brand new forestry area right here in the middle of the green zone. Wow. We're learning stuff today. V5 says the trees should vanish when they no longer exist. Liam says you have to wait till they regrow. V5 says I think he has to replant them. Liam says I didn't know that. You did have those fires and then the tornado. V5 says maybe cut some fire breaks so forest fires don't destroy your trees with wood. Taco Time. Taco Time is in chat. Oh, hey. Alexander says, Liam, are you a mod for City Planner Plays? Are you, Liam? I bet he is. Taco Time says, I broke my mod seal today. I downloaded a like tool from this Thunderstore. Hopefully I don't have a virus. Oh, the line tool. Yeah, it's very tempting to have the line tool, man. That would solve so many issues. I put in so many lines of trees, as you can see, obviously. Like, I have lines of trees all up and down these roads and everything. I placed all of these individually. A line tool would have been so nice. But at the same time, it's like... It's such a sense of accomplishment knowing that I put each and every one of these trees in here by hand. Just makes me like my city that much more. V5 says, did you see City Planner Plays finally did a face reveal? I saw you guys talking about that, and I went and I looked at his stream, and I didn't see a face reveal. I didn't watch the whole stream, but I was trying to skim through, and I didn't see a face reveal. When did he do it? Greg is in chat. Hey, Greg. Greg says, I have sheep, but I need wood for my sheep. Liam says, I'm not a mod, I'm just a subscriber. Selling is in chat, saying the airports are huge. B5 says, what about the stone? Taco says, I saw the face reveal live on the stream the other night. Alexander says, I thought you were a mod. B5 says it's only a few frames when he's putting on his Minecraft. Oh. Oh, it's like a few frames of a face reveal? Liam says he did a face reveal with a creeper over his face. Got it. I wonder if any of these trees are good. Because I'm a little worried now. See, that's so strange. What? All of these trees are green. It's just these ones that are not green. What is that all about? Why would these trees not be green and these trees are all green? That doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm going to do some more forestry over here. Let's go ahead and upgrade this road. So, I'm putting all these in. Unemployment is still an issue for me. We keep having my population increase. I'm at 14.7 unemployment, so I'm hoping these create jobs for me. So I'm just trying to throw in a bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and upgrade these roads. And then maybe we'll draw in a road right here, just to give me some guidelines. Let's throw in a forestry area right back in here. Since we destroyed a forestry area, we can build one. Uh-oh, I don't know where the road is on this side. There we go. Brand new forestry area over there. All right. So as those kick in, that should provide me some new jobs, some new wood. And hopefully this will go up. Yeah, it's already starting to go up. That is perfect. We're still massively under and massive deficit for our oil, but there's very little I can do about that. Maybe we'll work on that next stream. I would like, since we have all this new forestry, there is a forestry-related factory, which might help some of my unemployment issues. And I would like to start building some industry over on this side of the city. We did just put this car factory in here, which, how is this going? 149% efficiency. That is great. It doesn't have enough employees, but hopefully that will be solved. It has 1,400 employees. That is great. Maybe we could also put... Oh, we got a cargo train coming in. A cargo train and a passenger train right next to each other. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, maybe we can put... what is the forestry factory? The forestry factory is... we have the paper factory... I thought that was like a plain timber factory. Paper factory. Maybe it's just the paper factory. Oh, it's huge. Oh, it would look nice right here, though. So we have the car factory here and then the paper factory right here. Because I'm sure this uses this wood. And this would probably resolve some of the... unemployment issue. Although we don't have any housing over here. But I can deal with that later. All right. Since that's so large, and this ground is pretty sloped here, let's go ahead and flatten this out. Wow, this is very sloped. I think we'll flatten it out to the higher level up here. But I would like... This is a lot higher. Maybe we flatten it out to this point here. Oh, I don't know if I showed you guys this. I made this cool bridge. I've been experimenting with this feature where you can create concrete walls with your roads. And I thought this was pretty cool to go over these train tracks. Oh, we got a train coming through right now. Yeah, this is one of the cool features of City Skylines 2 is that you can create these roads with these little retaining walls, which I think looks really cool in a situation like this, where you have a road over in a higher elevation than the land, but you don't necessarily want it to be a full-on bridge with pillars. So instead, you can have the retaining wall, which I think looks really nice. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is we flatten it out to this level here, is what I'm thinking. Taco says, did you see City's crash while he was playing? Oof. I felt the pain as if my city crashed. Alex says, when City Skylines 2 comes out for console, I'm definitely playing it on the current map you're playing on, Zach, and I definitely will try San Francisco. Liam says, I want to sleep on his stream. Oh, he fell asleep. Something says, hopefully the airport will fix some of the unemployment. Yeah, that's a good point. B5 says, hopefully when City Skylines 2 comes out for console, there will be more maps, a lot more maps. Yeah, I hope so too. Liam says, I think it will be better if you can access more of the map. Alex says, I doubt more maps will come out when the console version releases, but I'm sure it will happen in the future. B5 says, the map editor is not that hard. Liam says, especially because most of the maps are mountains, my resources are outside of the playable map. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint about all the maps you can currently play on, is there's not enough resources. I don't understand why there's so few resources. Alex says, how bad is the car AI without any mods? I think the car AI is really good, actually. I've been really impressed. That was one of my comments, is that I really have not had any traffic problems. And I think that mostly is because the car AI is so good. Like if you have like traffic in your road, the cars will decide to drive down another way. They did not do that at City Skylines 1. So the traffic AI is hugely improved. I have no traffic issues whatsoever, which I'm surprised, because I just built this building here, and this building is supposed to create lots of traffic. But look there is no traffic here at all. This is a huge university. There is no traffic to be seen. V5 says there's a 500 tile mod out now. It's not the full map, but a lot more. Zach has no mods. Yeah, we're playing all of vanilla here. Liam says, it's outside the tiles. I've unlocked all 400 plus tiles. Cut and fill feature. The car AI is not that bad for me. Alex says, definitely will use the concrete walls instead of building a weird looking bridge or making a hill, then making a bridge. B5 says, yeah, there's a mode that gets you over 500 tiles. Liam says, I made a beltway and it does a nice job for traffic. Greg says, there's no caboose. I miss cabooses. Liam says, they don't have cabooses in real life anymore. Greg still misses them. Liam says, can you show us your map, the resources versus your playable tiles area? Yeah. These are the resources. So you can see, like, there really is not that many resources. And then the playable tile area, I think, ends like right here. And then all of these resources are outside the playable tile area. Yeah, this is the edge of the possible map here. So all of this is outside the possible map zone. All of this. These are the tiles I can unlock. Alex says, I'm so glad there are not more donut vans and the cars actually look realistic. Yeah, I am super happy with the aesthetic choices they've made. They made this game so much more realistic. I hated all the cartoony stuff they did in City Skylines 1. Remember in City Skylines 1 where there was a building that always had a giant clown head that would show up? That giant clown head was so annoying. I hated that clown head because it was like it's all that cartoony stuff, you know, the donut van thing you're describing. That's all gone, and I love that they did it. It's such a more realistic game, which I love. Greg says dumb. What's dumb? Is my city dumb? What are you calling dumb? Liam says you have a lot more resources than I do. Okay, let's get this thing in place. Let's get this working. Oh. There's my beautiful interchange right there. All right, so we are going to take our flattening brush and go to this height here. We're just going to flatten everything out. So this is kind of like a medium height. It's like in between this and this. Well, no, it is this height here. It's in between this and this is what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of flattened it out to the middle. So this is all nice and flat through here. And then what I'll do is, let's get a road in here. So we'll use our regular roads like this. Maybe we'll line this up with this guy. No, I think we should push it back a little ways. Okay, perfect. We'll do it like that. Ooh, look at that grid. Perfectly lined up. Now, will this fit in here? Paper factory. Ooh, yeah, it looks so good. Look at that building. Oh, that looks so good right here. So right on the edge of town. We should check our air pollution, shouldn't we? We should have checked that before. Where's the air pollution going? No, the air pollution's going straight to the city. Oh, that was a bad decision. Well, this air pollution hasn't been that bad. Okay, so this is producing air pollution, but it's just going over here. If this is kind of the same, it looks like it'll just go... I mean, we're not really building anything over here anyway. So maybe this will be fine. Let's let it run a little while and see how it goes, because it just looks so good over here. But the good thing about this is that means we could build a whole little community right here for people to work in these factories. And then hopefully this whole cargo station area will give enough buffer to let the air pollution fade off before it gets into any like housing, which we'll have over here. Sound like a plan? Is that a good plan or not? Greg is probably not going to like that plan. I can already tell. But you know what, Greg? We're just going with it. We are going with it. Okay, so let's slope up from here. Let's do a little sloped road right there, and we'll just go up like this. Right into the front of that building. Look at that. And then I think we'll also do, just like we did with the car factory, we'll do a little road all the way around. All the way around like this. Boom, boom, boom. And we have ourselves a brand new factory. So we'll let that run a little bit. We'll see if anyone moves in. I'll be interested to see how many jump. Wow! Someone moved in already. Holy cow. No. It requires timber. It doesn't take wood. It takes timber. This is awful. That means I need to take the wood, bring it to factories, have them convert it to timber, and then bring it back to this building. What a disaster. Well, we do have a lot of timber at this cargo station. Look at, we have 169 tons of timber just sitting here. So maybe they can at least start working on that. But that's disappointing. I thought it would just use wood. It doesn't use wood, it uses timber. All right, already we have a ton of employees working here, so this should help my unemployment out a lot. Yeah, unemployment is going down fast, which is perfect. All right, so unemployment taken care of. Now we can go focus on the airport. Liam says, V5, 500 tiles is going to help me. Yeah, he's saying all of his resources are outside the tiles. Liam says, most of the other tiles are in the mountains. Greg says, oh, Greg says it's dumb you can't get to the resources. I see what you're saying, Greg. Greg says, good planning. I think he's being sarcastic. Liam says, the resources are further out. What's this sulfur smell? It's the paper factory. Alex says, just put some windmills facing the opposite direction of the wind to blow the pollution away. I wish that would work. B5 says, can you build a hill to block the city and put lots of trees on it? Oh, I think you can do that, actually. I think... we're not going to do it. But I think you could terraform this. Like if I terraformed a giant mountain in here, that the pollution would hit the mountain and not go anywhere. I think the game is actually smart enough to tell where the mountains are, which is so cool. But obviously, I'm not going to have a huge mountain in the middle of my city. That would be weird. But good thinking. Meme says, Alex is thinking outside the box. V5 says, build the town of new pre-literate workers housing. Greg says, up, up, and away. V5 says, there can be a state-run unions of workers to protect their rights, and the factory owners will run the unions. Liam says, I was trying to see if trees help the air pollution. It doesn't. But air pollution dissipates faster than ground pollution. Ground pollution takes forever. I moved my industry next to the airport. That is a good idea, too, Liam. All right, let's go over here. So here's the big question. Where am I going to put the airport? Now, I had a couple of ideas. I thought about putting it here on Tourist Island, but I don't think that's a good idea. Because I want to put the airport... I don't want a lot of buildings around the airport, because I don't think that's realistic. Airports usually have some space around the airport to keep buildings away. So if I have the airport on here, I know that I'm going to build this full of buildings, so it's going to encroach on the airport. I don't think it's a good spot for it. I thought about this spot here, actually. This would be a really ideal spot normally. You have road access to the freeway right here. The problem with this spot is we already have these windmills right here, which we could relocate the windmills. That's not too big of an issue. The other issue is the train track. I do want to get the train into the airport, and the train track is on this side of the freeway, and it would be a little bit difficult to make the train track go over the freeway, come over here, and go into the airport. That just seems really clunky. And so that's a downside for putting the airport here. But normally I would look at this as like a perfect, like we could make this whole thing the airport. That would be really, really cool. One of my first choices was to put the airport like right here. But again, you run into like the encroachment things because I would like to give my city the ability to just like grow and grow and grow. And like obviously, this is one direction it would grow out in. So if I put the airport here, it kind of blocks future growth. So I don't really know about that. Then I thought, this is a really great spot over here. I actually really like this spot because the train tracks are right here. It could go directly into the airport, and it's on the edge of town. And because our solar power plant here is right here, it really kind of blocks any tall buildings from getting in the path of the airplanes. So that's a possibility. The only downside to this is it is a little difficult to get to. I mean, there is a freeway entrance here, which is really nice. But if people are flying into the airport here, they're most likely going to be going to downtown, which is way over here. So that's a little inconvenient for people. Although, this is right along the line of the subway. The subway goes right down here. So maybe we could connect up the subway to the airport if we put it out here. So those are really my options. What do you guys think in chat? V5 says put it on the island. Greg says put the garbage dump a mountain high. V5 says I think Real Engineer Plays has done some experiments on using mountains to block pollution. Also giant lakes of poop. Alex says, I was watching a video months ago and was talking about how you can make a country or in the game. Is that true? I don't think that's a thing. Liam says the international one is huge. Oh yeah, the international airport? Yeah, I don't like it. It's too big. It's essentially the size of an entire tile. So that is the size of the international airport, like one big tile like that. B5 says, bring the train under the freeway where it's bridged anyway. It's bridged near the mail sorting facility. Liam says, if all tiles were accessible, you could make a country-ish. B5 says, I still like the island the best. Let's look at the island again. So if we put it on the island, it's still kind of far from downtown, though. I mean, I guess you would be forcing people to use this overground subway thing. So I guess we could either maybe we could put it out here and then bus people to this and then have them take it there. Or we could put it in between. We could put it in between these roads here. Like maybe block out this whole section for the airport so that they could either go hop on the road here or hop on the subway here and go downtown. I don't know. I would rather fill this up with buildings is what I'm thinking. Liam says you want the airport away from major population. All right. I am leaning towards this area here. So let's play with this and see if we can make this work. Let me start by buying a few more of these tiles here just to give me some extra room to build on. And we'll have to do some terraforming. I think we'll make, we'll go from this height here and just make everything flat to here. So let's pause it. We'll do some terraforming. So we are going with this height here, which is quite a bit higher. Thank goodness this doesn't cost any money. Okay, this might actually go way back here. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. Okay, how big is the airport again? Let's go take a look. It's under the transportation menu, under airplanes. Then we're doing this, airport. Ooh, look at how big it is. It is huge. It's huge. Okay, this is actually facing the wrong direction. We want it faced this way. Oop. This way, because we want the cargo terminal The cargo terminal is on the right-hand side, so you have to make sure it's facing the right direction. Okay, so this is actually not even big enough because I want to set it back like here. Yeah, like here. So it's still not, we're still not even big enough. Oh my goodness. Okay, so something like that is probably good. All right. So what I'm thinking is we take a road. Now, so this is a 4-lane road. Should this be bigger? I feel like this should be bigger. Let's upgrade this to a 6-lane road. Invalid shape. No! It won't let me do it. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, because we have the 4 lanes, the 4 slip lanes going into our freeway interchange. So it goes from 6 lanes down to 4 lanes. I'm okay with that. Then we'll go from 6 lanes out this direction. So starting in the middle here. Let's go straight. Like that. And straight this way. Is that really 90 degrees? Yeah, it looks like it. All right. Okay, so will it fit along this road? That is the question. Okay, so I use 6 lanes because I'm just in case we need a lot of, just in case this generates a lot of traffic. Now the problem is we might not have left enough space here for the subway, but let's see. Okay, so I might want to push it back a little bit this way. Yeah, let's push it back just a little bit. So maybe to like here. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I want to leave enough room in between that road. So maybe... Ooh, that is saying that the power lines are actually in the way of the landing airplanes. Look at that. All right, so we have to make sure we have enough room. Okay, so that gives me enough room there. All right. That actually looks pretty cool there. Yeah, so I'm liking this. So right on the edge of town, we have this big airfield. Now, we obviously need to do all the upgrades. Look at how beautiful that looks. I actually really like this. Okay, so we're going to add, this adds shops, small shops, restaurants, and kiosks for passenger convenience. So what is, does that change the look? I don't see what that changed. That's okay. Cargo terminal adds a whole thing here. This is the big change you want. So right now it's blank. You add the cargo terminal, it adds train tracks going into your airport, which is so cool. And then business lounge, what does this add? Ooh, it adds a little section in here. Nice. Okay, so this is all the upgrades, which is very, very cool. So the next thing we need to talk about is how to connect this rail line up. So we have one rail line here, and obviously what's so cool about this is we have our train track right here. Okay, so we just need a smooth connection to get from here to up here, which should be fairly easy. Fairly easy to do. Let's use our slope tool. Let's flatten this out here. So we'll probably go from like over here. Let's flatten this all out to maybe like right here. So if we do like a smooth slope, it would look something like this. So I'm just wondering how steep that is. I think that's going to be okay. We will see. I know it looks a little funny, but we'll smooth everything out and I think it'll look all right. Okay, so let's build some train tracks, shall we? Train time. All right, so we're going to go... I might have to destroy these power lines. Remind me to put those back in. Then we're going to go from here. Up like this. Then up around here and try to do like a smooth curve from here into here. Ooh, look at that nice curve. Look at that. That is beautiful. Let me make sure this is centered in here. What a connection. That is beautiful. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, now we obviously need to go the other way as well. So maybe we go from like here, something like this. And these all look like they're connected up. Oh, beautiful. So we have some beautiful connections going on right here. Let's make sure our power lines are connected up. We'll go from here, over here, and then over to here. That is working beautifully. We got power. This is connected up. Yeah, we are good to go. Beautiful. All right, so to make my plan work, we need to get people from the airport to downtown. And the way I'm planning on doing that is with the subway. So we need to build a subway connection that gets to the airport. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What are you guys saying in chat? V5 says, still far from downtown. Have you been to Denver? Liam says, how many airports are downtown? Alexander said, I don't know. I think a lot of airports are, I mean, they're downtown adjacent, I guess. Like LAX is pretty close to downtown LA. San Francisco SFO is pretty close to downtown San Francisco. Chicago is pretty close to downtown Chicago. New York, what, Reagan Airport? That's pretty close. Um, DC, Houston, Dallas, those are pretty close to downtown. Phoenix is really close to downtown. I mean, they're not right in downtown, obviously, but they're close enough where because people fly in and they have meetings in downtown. Alex says the island would be more cool without an airport, and it was used for development. B5 says downtown airports are a horrible idea. Any aircraft will crash and will kill people on the ground. Liam says that's a nice place, and you have the road coming off the freeway. B5 says also people endlessly complain about noise from airports when it's near the city. That is a good point. Very good point. Yeah, so my experience with airports mostly comes from Los Angeles because I actually worked in this was one of my first jobs. I worked in one of the largest hotels in Los Angeles, and it was a hotel right near LAX. And so I got this really like behind the scenes look on how that whole airport complex kind of like works together. And yeah, that's a good point. Like LAX, you can look at the corridor of all the planes that fly into LAX. Do you know where they fly over? They fly over Compton, the worst neighborhood in all of LA. I don't know if you know anything about LA, but that's the worst. And so, yeah, it's because nobody wants to live in Compton. And yeah, they all have to put up with the noise of airplanes flying in over their head. Greg says O'Hare and Midway. Liam says I don't have that much traffic from my airports. O'Hare is 30 miles from downtown. Greg says surrounded by housing and businesses. Liam says correction, 20 miles. B5 says Denver is 25 miles. Liam says I was thinking about it far from downtown, except Reagan National in DC is close and New York City's LaGuardia. Greg says with Denver, there's a lot of open space between the city and the airports. I'm going to leave this parking fee. I'm not going to put a parking fee on this parking lot. Their parking lot's not that big anyway. Wow, only 52 employees? That seems really low. Guess not that many people are working at the airport. Okay, so I'm thinking obviously a subway station right here in front of the airport. Let's go ahead and plop that down. Something like that. Then we'll need to put in a crosswalk right there. Beautiful. And then we'll need to connect it up. Where's the nearest subway station? I think the nearest subway station is like right here. And then the subway connects to the rail yard here. But instead of going to the rail yard, we need the subway to divert to the airport. So let's see if we can make this tunnel work. So maybe just coming off of here. You just do something like this. I think that works. Just a little bend like that. It looks like it's all connected. Looks like that's connected. All right, let's try and drag out the subway stop that's right here, which is the end of the line anyway. Okay, there's a train there, so I can't see it, but it's right here. Okay, so we're gonna grab this. No, I don't want to create. I want to drag this. Drag. Okay, I'm holding and dragging. Is it gonna let me move waypoint to here? Oh, we did it. Did we do it? It's hard to see. It is very hard to see in these things. Okay, yeah, so it looks like it's working. Let me make sure there's still stops over here. Perfect. Okay, so there's stops there. All right, so we just added a subway stop. Okay, so that works great. So when these cars need to go back to the rail yard, which is right here, I think they'll just, instead of going to the airport, I think they'll just go here. But I don't know exactly how that works. But hopefully I didn't screw anything up. All right, so we do have a connection. All right, let's try to make this look a little prettier here. Let's try to just slope all of this stuff out. Let's lower this back down a little bit. Let's say like 100. It's not softening anything. Oh, no, that's slope. We want soften. Like, that wasn't softening. All right, yeah, so I'm just trying to smooth this out so we don't have this big old cliff here. These power lines got messed up. What is this going to? It's going to here. Hold on, let me redo this guy. Let's just do an underground line here. That's connected up, right? Is it? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, so that looks so much better. Okay, so we smoothed all that out. Let's smooth out the rest of this stuff here. I'll smooth all of this out along here. All of this out along here. All of these guys. You won't even notice. Yeah, these terrain tools are actually very, very nice, I think. Smooth it out even more. Smooth this out even more. I like it. That looks really good. All right. So we have a working facility here. Now this is the warehouse, so this should fill up with all kinds of stuff. But right now it has nothing. But I'm sure that will change. If we just need to give it some time. Liam says, Sky Harbor in downtown Phoenix is close. I blame the planners. Maybe Zach designed that one too. B5 says, the other problem with near downtown airport is airports take a lot of land, and near a city center, the land is super expensive. The owner could make money moving the airport out and selling. Liam says, probably don't want power lines next to the airport anyways. Good point. Very good point. Yeah, we probably should move all of these lines just to get it away from the airplanes. Okay, let's hook the airplanes up, because this is one of my favorite things about City Skylines 2. I love the new airport mechanic. This is so much fun. So what you do is you go into your airport mode. You go to these. Okay, so you need a passenger airline and the cargo airline. I don't think the cargo one actually works, but we're going to do it anyway. So what you do is you create a new route. This is a new passenger route. And you connect it to outside the map. And you'll see that around the edges of the map, there's all of these like external towns you could fly to. So this one goes to Hinesville, this one goes to Hayton, and so we're just going to do it to this town and then back again. So that's airline 1. Then we'll do this one. So this one will go to Hayton. And then back again. We have a couple more options. So we'll go with this one. This one will go to, and they're all around the map. So like there's one out here. This one is to a town called Escombe. Interesting. Okay, and that one will go back to here. We'll create another one. I'm sure there's another route over here somewhere. Yeah, okay, so this town is called Catterick. That's interesting, Catterick. Then this will go back here. And look at this. It's like a little flight map. How cool does that look? Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love that. And so now you'll see planes flying in along these routes and landing in your airport. It looks so cool. Now, is there another? Oh, there's another route out here. Jervalks. Interesting. I think that's the only one we haven't connected. So let's connect that one. So we go from here to Jervalks and then back again. Yes. Look at that. All right, let's do the cargo airports. So the cargo airports, we built that extension here. Now this can go to 2 of your outside cities. Or I guess you go to multiple ones, but we're just going to do 2. So we're going to go to this one, Catterick, and then back again. And then we'll go from this one to probably this guy, Hinesville. All right, so that is all of my air traffic transportation routes. I just love this. I think that's so cool how they did this. Now the airport is working and we should start seeing planes flying in. Oh, I'm seeing them already. What? I just saw a bunch spawn. Are they coming to the airport? Or no? Wait, did that just land? Yeah, it just landed. So yeah, we are already getting them spawning in. Now this had 0 passengers, so no one's actually flying in yet, but the planes are coming in. That is so cool. We'll have to get a plane leaving. What? Are you seeing this? We just had like 7 planes land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Are you kidding me? All right, let's follow this guy. See where he goes. V5 says the government can still make money. Liam says, at first I didn't know. Oh, that's very loud. I'm turning that way down. It's very loud. Where's it going? It's flying over my city. That's so cool. Okay, so it's going to this town that was out here, actually. That's really cool. Liam says, at first I didn't know you had to create the route for the airports too. V5 says, it's too bad they didn't give you some level of being able to tailor your airport to your land in City Skylines 2 like there was with the DLC in City Skylines 1. Yeah, well, the DLC was a little bit more complicated because it was a DLC. Greg says that's what they did with the Denver airport. The airport needs to expand, but they couldn't buy the land. And the nearby residents sued to block expansion, so they built an airport out in the boonies. B5 says maybe not the full DLC, but some options on the airstrips. Yeah, so I think V5 would like it if they allowed us to actually like design and build the airways. Because that was the cool thing with the DLC is you could actually say, oh, I want a runway here and a runway here. That was kind of cool. I will say the thing oh, look at all the cars are coming in here too. We are getting traffic and all that stuff. The one thing that's a little unrealistic about this is usually in an airport, you do have a lot of business around here, which we have nothing out here. This is like out in the middle of nowhere. So normally you'd have like commercial and industry and stuff out here, but we don't have anything. So I might think about how to change that, but for right now, I think it's okay. Liam says, Greg, did you know they're still expanding Denver? Selling says, because of how big the other airport is in game, does that mean you will never use it? Yeah, I'm probably never going to use the international airport. It is so big. It's so big it like crashes your game when you try to place it. I'll just show you guys just to give you an idea. This is the international airport. Look at how big it is. It's just kind of like ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to place that in the city. Greg says, yes, you need more businesses, residential, and warehousing are filling in between downtown and the airport. Liam says, I don't think they have planes landing at once in real life. V5 says, only one plane on the runway at a time. I was thinking to use 3 one-way choices, a line, X, and triangle you attach to either European or American airport buildings. All right, so we got the airport working. That is great. We got more jobs in the city. Let's take a look at our unemployment. Unemployment's down to 11%. Ooh, that's still not down as much as I would like. We built an airport. We built a new factory, and still we're having job issues. Yeah, well, this is only half full. This is probably so far away, people are probably upset about that. Oh, well, people, you're going to have to just deal. Selling says, usually you need hotels, restaurants, ballrooms, convention centers, offices for business meetings and conventions are what you find near airports. That's a good point. You know what I really wanted to do, though? Last stream, we built this cool European district, which I really like. It looks so fancy. I especially like the supermarket. This is like one of my favorite assets. I love this supermarket. It looks so realistic. And in this, especially in this like nice neighborhood we built up here, I also put a little office park here just for some offices, for some jobs. Filled in some trees so it looks nice. But what I think these people would really like is like a sports park. You know, like a big park of just like sports fields and stuff. There really isn't any parks over here at all. So I think it's something that's really lacking in this new district. Oh, I did actually separate this out to its own district. So we're calling this Little Europe because I'm using all the European buildings. So Little Europe is this little district here with all these little subdivisions. And in terms of parks, there just isn't very much. So we have some little parks in here. Oh, I did put a big park in here. So there's a big park right in here. So some little teeny playgrounds are in here, and then this big park in here. But let's get some sports fields in. You know, like you need sports fields in a community. So we do have these colleges here too. So maybe like the colleges can help use it. I did put a welfare office here, a college here. So let's put in, let's see what we got. American football field, so we definitely want this. How are we going to do this? I think let's do like a road through here. and then build everything off of this road. Well, maybe expand this out too. I love how you can just draw roads over the other roads and it automatically creates the connections. That's so cool. Makes it very easy to line things up. Okay, so I'm going to draw a side road that comes immediately off of here. And that's when we put the football stadium off of. So football stadium off of here. So everyone can kind of see it from the main road. And then we're going to put a big parking structure in here. Not the full-on structure, but maybe like the big parking lot. Or maybe, no, maybe it makes sense to have smaller parking lots around here. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do the small parking lot. Because then we have a couple of small parking lots depending on what building you're going to. So this is the football. Chirpers! Look at that. And then what else do we need in a sports park? We'll do the soccer fields, of course. Let's have the soccer fields up against here. Perfect fit. And maybe the community pool would be good. Yeah, this is going to look so cool with all these right next to each other. So maybe here we can have another smaller parking lot like up in here. And then do like a little smaller road that comes out like this. And then put the pool up against here if there's enough room. Oh, there is. Perfect. That is great. Now, the only thing is I'd like to get a pathway through here, but it doesn't look like there's any room. So I might need to nudge this over just a little bit so I can get a pathway through here. Let's move this over one block. Then I can get a pathway that goes right through here. Just like this. Perfect. Can I get this to connect? Okay, that's pretty nice. Maybe I'll connect a pathway straight through to here. Maybe this pathway connects up to there. All right, this is looking pretty good so far. What do you think? Liam says, how's our street names doing? Let's take a look. We did add a bunch of new main streets out here that are new. So far we have Taco Time Trail, Data Dev Street, Church Street, Liam's Having Fun Street, Pleasant Street. Greg, did we give you a street? I thought we gave Greg a street, but I don't see it. Greg, do you remember? Did we give you a street, Greg? The streets on this side of downtown are all labeled as names, like 3rd Street, 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street. Selling says, like leisure centers, recreation centers, community halls, sports centers, aquatic centers, Liam says, City Planner Plays was using Technical University. Have you placed that yet? Ooh, I've not placed that yet, but there's a different one I want to place. Actually, thank you for reminding me. V5 says, the Europeans will love football. You don't play with your feet. Liam says, you do use your foot in football to kick and punt and kick field goals. Selling says the pool would fit better where the soccer field is, and the soccer field would fit better next to the football field. But you do see the fields this way and the other way as well, depends on what park is in. B5 says, I think American football is closer to rugby. Selling says, is there a baseball field? There is not a baseball field, and I'm very sad about this. I think there definitely should be a baseball field, because that would go perfectly right in here. Let's find a different park to fit in here. I think there is some large parks that would go nicely in here. This is a little too large. Okay, maybe that. What is this? Large playground. That's pretty small. It's a skate park. We could do basketball courts or tennis courts. Ooh, this is a good. Ooh, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's do that. And then this is a perfect fit. We can have basketball courts on this side. That's too close to the main road. I'll just do 3 basketball courts and then a couple of tennis courts on this side. Oh, that's like a perfect fit too. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go all the way to the edge. And then we will have to connect this road in then. Or maybe not. Maybe we could just dead end it right at the end there. All right, that looks pretty cool. I mean, normally I like to leave more space at the end of the road, but that actually looks pretty decent. Just having that, the fences right there next to the parks. So there you have it. There is our sports park for this area. I think that is really, really cool looking. Perfect addition to this area, and then these people will love the parks for sure. Greg says, take a look at Denver Airport on Google Maps. It's out in the middle of farmland, USA. V5 says, I would prefer a radio tower over a street. Oh, V5, don't we have a street for you, V5? I swear. Where's Claude from Chicago Street? He definitely had a street in here. Okay, Main Street. Oh, here's Greg Street. This is Greg Street here. It's right. Greg has a street that's right next to the church. Greg Street. I think this used to be Claude from Chicago Street. Data Dev is a street with the farms. What happened to Claude from Chicago Street? Liam's having fun. Oh, no. Claude from Chicago was the prison street. Oh, it changed its name. Yeah, this used to be Claude from Chicago Street. I'm sure of it. Because it was the one that ran next to the prison and the college. For some reason, it changed its name. That's annoying. Claude from Chicago Street. All right, who does not have a street name? I did not see V5 in here. I thought we gave V5 a street, though. V5 wants the radio tower. No, I'm not naming the radio towers. Everybody's getting a street. Okay, well, let's name some of these. Okay, so Taco Time Trail is here. Greg is here. So maybe this one here. This is the one right next to the supermarket. We're going to name this V5 Street. V5 VV Street. Selyang. Selyang needs a street. So we will give Selyang give Selyang Oh, this is perfect. We'll give Selyang the airport street. Okay, so you get the one that goes to this intersection here and then goes to the airport. Selyang Street. Liam says, I found if you don't place tennis courts, you don't have homeless. We do have a big homeless problem in this city, for sure. Liam says, Claude Street was by the prison. Taco says, Taco Time Trail is a trail of history and honor. Liam says, Alexander? Yeah, we need to get a street for Alexander. Alexander. Maybe we'll give him this street here. We'll give him the street that's on the edge of town. This is kind of like the edge of my town. I don't think we've named this one yet. So right now it's Birch Street. We're going to change this to Alexander Street. Alexander Street. What a great name. Okay, so what do we want to do next? I would like to... Gosh, we didn't even really get into this. I want to build up this community up here. But something I'd like to do for starters is just to beautify this a little bit because it's a little barren. And I thought this area would look really good with some pine trees. Oh, Liam, something to be aware of because I just realized this. There's different trees in the game in the North American version and the European version. I just figured this out. So if you go to your tree menu, make sure you switch back and forth between these themes because there's actually different trees available in each theme and they look different. So for instance, in the European theme, you can plant poplars, but you cannot plant poplars in the American theme. So very interesting. I find that kind of strange, but just something to keep in mind. But spruce trees are only in the American version and not in the European version, which is also strange. Oh, no, it is in your European, too. Chestnut, I don't think, is in American. Yeah, chestnut is not available in American. That is strange. Okay, anyway, so what I'm going to do is I have my brush on 50% strength and 200 brush size. And so we're just going to kind of dot these around in kind of like clusters. I'm not going to like totally like fill this in, but this will just give a little bit more color. And I like doing this because there's already some of these yellowish colored trees in here. So it'll still be a little bit colorful, but when these spruce trees grow up, they'll add a nice deep kind of green color to this area. I'm going to put them all among these houses here. Yeah, and I think it'll look pretty nice. So we're not going crazy. We're just kind of sprinkling them throughout here in like little clumps all around these houses. A nice kind of forestry look, but I'm trying to go for a more natural look all around here. We're going to go all around this little mountainous area here. Then make sure we get this area behind these houses in this field here. Yeah, okay, so I think that'll look really good as those grow up. Let's put a couple more in here as it comes down the mountain. More out here, some more over to this way. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so Liam talked about schools. There's a whole bunch of different schools. You need to make sure that you hit this different tab here called research. So here's all the normal schools here. Then there's this research tab, and these have 3 other buildings that are research buildings that are really cool. This building here is called the Geological Research Center. It's a facility for performing geological research and field studies, helps discover larger underground deposits of ore and oil. So this increases your ore and your oil deposits by 200% on your map. So you definitely want to make sure you remember to find this. It's on the second tab in your school tab, and it's a pretty large building, but I thought it would be perfect for this district because this is where all my ore mining is. So this kind of makes sense that there would be like kind of a school out here, just kind of like on this road in this whole community. So I really like that idea. Let's go ahead and draw out this road here. We're going to come right in the middle here. We're just going to make this kind of an alley. I don't like the angle of that. I like it more to be angled like that. Okay, there we go. Nice angle on that road. Let's fit it in like right here. You know, something like that. Look at how cool this building looks. Oh, that is beautiful. That looks so cool. I love the buildings in this game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, perfect. I love how that looks with all the houses on the hill behind it. This, of course, is going to have a big old parking lot right here. Oh, no, that's too big. Big old parking lot just like that. It's not all that flat, is it? Shoot. We should have flattened this out. Okay, let's redo this road here. That should just flatten everything out. Perfect. That looks great. Man, I love that. All right, so this will help my city so much. It just affects everything on the map. That is perfect. Okay, one other thing I want to make sure I get in here today is I want to build a second tram. So right now we have trams that go up and down Liam's Having Fun Street. There's a tram that goes from one end of the city to the other. Now I do think that Data Dev Street, which is this one here, would also do really good with a tram. So it would kind of connect these two trams, and this would go all straight up the middle of the new European district and then go up to the mountain town. And we can build like a little mountain community like up in here with like some cool like shops and different buildings and stuff. I think would be really cool. So let's get that in. I think it'll be pretty easy. We just need to add some tram tracks to this road. And I don't know how we're going to loop it around because we'll have to do like a little loop. So Data Dev Street. The interesting thing, this is the tram center where all the trams come from. So we could add roads that come up here. how does that look? Okay, it just goes on the outer lanes is where it's adding the tracks. And then, ooh, that is cool. So it switches from the outer lanes to the inner lanes when this median starts. Goes past the farmland and goes up here. It goes back to the outer lanes. And then up here, I think what I want to do is create like a turnaround. Maybe like right in here to make like just a little like tram station. So let's do a one-way turnaround. That would come off of here. Go alongside this road. And go back into here. And we'll make this like a manual tram station area kind of thing. I would like to make this more curved. Because I think that's going to be too sharp of a turn. Yeah, that's a little bit smoother of a curve. I like that. So let's do that over here. We're going to double click on this to create a node. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, it still didn't do it. Okay. So then we should just be able to add tram tracks up through here. So we stopped here. Boom, 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 boom. And oh, this needs to be a one-way. There we go. Okay, so it's a little one-way loop tram track. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this will be our little station here. Let's add some stops. So we will add a stop by the college. We'll add a stop here at the end. And then we'll add a stop by our supermarket. Can't forget that. Okay, stop right there. We'll add a stop. Oh, stop right by our European district. And each one of these will have a stop. Wait, what's wrong here? Is there a little segment in here? Oh, there is a little segment. That's interesting. All right, so let's draw in our line. I don't know how the tram will turn around here. How will the tram turn around here? Will it go all the way back in here? I mean, I could have it go through here. which is not a bad idea. Let's do that. Let's upgrade this to have a one-way tram track go through here. And then it can just turn around right there. Okay, perfect. All right, we're starting our line, brand new line starting there. We'll run it down the road. Boom. Boom. Perfect. We got our brand new tram line. Let's go into our settings, and we will name tram line 2. Euro District. This one will be Liam's Having Fun Street. We'll change the color of this too. Maybe we'll make this a bright blue so we can see it better. And where is it? Oh, there it is. There's our new tram route. Perfect. All right, so lots of cool, exciting things today. I think that's a good place to end the stream off. But I really like how our city is growing. We didn't add any population today, but we added a lot of cool stuff. We added new jobs, new airport, new sports park, new tram, and we're going to continue on building things out. Let me just catch up on some of these other chats here. Alex said, I was watching... Oh, no, that was from way long ago. Hold on. Let me get down to the bottom of my chat here. Ooh, I missed a lot. Liam says, I was watching Disney's Haunted Mansion. It's kind of good. I've never seen that. I have been watching, though. I mentioned this last time. I've been rewatching Alias, which is a show from like 2003, I think. It's a Disney show because it was on ABC back in the day, which Disney bought. Yeah, Jennifer Gardner's first show. It's Jennifer Gardner as a double agent. It's all this like spy stuff, and it's so good. I'm enjoying it so much. But yeah, so that's what I've been watching. Alias. Liam says, if it's connected to a church that makes it a graveyard, what map are you on again? I don't remember the name of the map. V5 says, I feel like European areas should have neighborhood pubs and bodegas. Liam says, some commercial and parking lots would be good to have around that building. V5 says, geologists would definitely need a bar or even 2 or 3. No way geomorphists will drink beside the geochemists or industrial mining people. So here's my plan with this area. I mentioned this briefly. So we have the school here for the geologists, and then this will be the mountain town up here. And so it'll all be built around this tram stop we just created. Taco Time says, I dozed off. What's the building we just placed? Oh, it's the geology school. Selyank says, is the cemetery connected to the church you built? Because if not, your story could make it to be together as one place. What I mean by this is the cemetery is named after the church because it's run and managed by the church. Yeah, the cemetery is right by the church. Here's the church right here, and here's our cemetery. You have the fully leveled up cemetery, and these don't even fill up that fast. Look it's only 287 people in here. That's wild. V5 says, where I went to university was called the college building. The lab was the provincial subsurface lab. One other university I was at, geology was in building 107, although an almost random set of numbers and letters would still kind of fit the theme. Another place I was at geology in was no longer called the engineering building. Taco says, can't wait to open a high-class strip joint on Taco Time Trail. Gonna make that money. E5 says, what about a taqueria on Taco Time Trail? Taco says it's called Chicas Bonitas and no firearms inside, please. E5 says, so I take it everyone is armed to the teeth. Taco says, you gotta be if you live on the trail. B5 says, no problem. It's not firearm, it's javelin missiles. Liam says, that's a way to think about that money. I haven't added trams to my city yet. It's been fun. Greg says, likes. We got 1 like. B5 says, night all. See you next time. Liam says, have a great night. Selying says, it's connected to the church. The cemetery is connected to the church. Yeah, I think they're run by the same people. Good point, Selying. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great... Well, I guess your weekend's almost over. Have a great next week ahead of you guys. Everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.